Hello, my book dragons, and welcome back. I have another astrology challenge update for you. This one is for July. Thank you to Cat's Creations 614, Cat's Book Nerds, and The Reading Scientist for doing this wonderful book challenge. You can check her out on Instagram at those handles that you see on your screen and uh, come and join us. It's lots of fun. It really is. And they do this as an annual thing. So even if you don't get to finish this year, you can join and be ready for next year. I have no idea what they're going to do next year. So for July, our mini challenge, 4 prompts. The first one is book one of a duology. And I chose to read Cowboy Comeback by Roxanne Rustand. And this one was kind of like a mystery, Western mystery type thing. Her family's business is going under, and I think it's her ex comes and swoops in and tries to work as business partners with her, and she just wants to get out of there to get back to her life. And to help save her family's business, they have to travel around to a bunch of rodeos and put on rodeos and book them and everything, so that way they can make the money to be able to sustain it and everybody can have fun at a rodeo. And a bunch of mysterious things keep happening. Things get stolen. Animals are caught being poisoned, and a whole bunch of other myriad of things. And it's just crazy. It was an interesting book. Unfortunately, I kind of got bored with it, so that is why I only have this one at 3 stars. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It just wasn't for me. So next one is book two of said duology, which is A Montana Legacy, also by Roxanne Rustand. And this one I liked a little bit better. This one was more of your cowboy romance and winning each other's hearts and overcoming past hurts. And it was a good book. I enjoyed the second one better than I did the first. Even though it's a duology, ironically enough, neither of them have the same characters. So it's a duology in genre alone. But the author has it listed as a duology on Amazon, so that is why I counted it. And then prompt 3 is a book by one of your favorite authors. Now, I have a ton of favorite authors and quite a few auto-buy authors as well. And so I happened to pick the book that I was ARC reading for at the time when this prompt came up. And I'm so happy to have been able to read Tyler Edwards' Crown of Sorrows, which is his first fantasy romance. And he doesn't normally write romance. He usually writes your high stakes fantasy adventure type thing, and or dystopian. He does have a dystopian series out. And this was his first chance at, or his first time to write romance more thoroughly, not just as a side little thing in the book. And so it's a more in what's the word I'm looking for? It's more interwoven into the story. So, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. 5 stars. I would read this again. Tyler writes some of the best fantasy books that I have read. And I'm just, if you haven't had a chance to check out his books, pause this video and go do it now before you forget. Because if you're like me with ADHD, you're going to forget by the time this video is over. So pause, but don't forget to come back and go check out his books, because I have yet to be disappointed by a book of his. And I think there's one book of his that I have not read, but that is because it leans more towards the horror genre. And I don't read horror for personal reasons. So, and the last prompt, book 4, prompt 4, book 4, is a book published this month. Now, this is July Reads. And so a book that was published this month was The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. And I was lucky to be gifted a copy from NetGalley and Macmillan Audio to be able to be an audio listener, ARC listener person for this book. And so I got to hear the audio instead of just reading the ebook and then listening to the audio, which sometimes happens. But I love this. If you find that you have a hard time getting into the book part of this, I'd say switch to the audio. See if the audio does it for you, because I could see how with the ebook I might have gotten slightly bored because there are little slow spots where she's building plot and trying to develop characters, and it's not bad. It works out well. But the audio really, really helped to keep me engaged. So if you haven't read this one yet, try it on audiobook first. The only other prompt I did for July was Gemini, and that one is a book that is part of a duology. So a little cheat there since I'm allowed to double dip in this challenge. And I chose, of the duology that I read for the mini challenge, I chose the second book, A Montana Legacy by Roxanne Rustand, because I liked that one more than the first one. So I'd rather list that one a little bit more. So if you like cowboy romances and things like that, check out these books. And as always, my book dragons, find new books, go on great adventures, and stay safe.